Lupus is an autoimmune disease that attacks the body's healthy tissue. And you may have heard of lupus from Selena Gomez.
You happy? Yeah.
In this video, I'm going to talk about lupus, the top symptoms, and what happens when lupus goes untreated. This is part of my autoimmune video series, so please be sure to check it out here, and let's get rolling onto the video.
I put my hand on my hip a lot. Am I sassy?
This is the happy moto
But lupus was first discovered in 2030, but the systematic nature of the disease was not diagnosed until 1872. Work at New York's Mount Sinai Hospital in 1949 discovered cortisone to help treat the disease. Later research in the 1950s found antibodies that help diagnose lupus in the blood work. Lupus can be more common with those that have African, Asian, Pacific Islander, Latin American, and Native ancestry. No one knows what causes the disorder, but it does run in the family.
What's the one thing you can never live without?
My family.
There are 4 types of lupus. The first type is systematic lupus erythematosus, which is the most common form of lupus. The second kind is cutaneous lupus, which is essentially lupus of the skin, which can cause the skin to inflame and scar. The third type of lupus is discoid lupus erythematosus, which can cause the skin to inflame and scar. Finally, the last type of lupus is drug-induced lupus that acts most like the first type. So now that we understand lupus better, let's get into the symptom. The first symptom of lupus is kidney problems.
Come on, I gotta give you a hard time sometimes.
The kidneys are the organ most affected by lupus in the body. Lupus can cause inflammation in the kidneys and affect their ability to get rid of toxins and other waste. Symptoms of kidney problems include blood in the urine, urinating frequently, and unexplained swelling in the legs, feet, hands, and arms. These kidney problems left untreated can become permanent.
No, because
The second symptom of lupus is joint pain. And sometimes lupus is mistaken for rheumatoid arthritis because both diseases can cause inflammation and stiffness in the hands, ankles, and wrists. A common symptom of lupus is synovitis. This is a condition where the lining in the joint called the synovial tissue becomes inflamed. The third symptom of lupus is a reaction to the sun. Studies show that 75% of those with discoid lupus and 90% of those with systematic lupus will suffer flare-up symptoms from even brief exposure to the sun or heat.
I'm the luckiest girl in the whole world.
Many people with lupus experience light sensitivity like photosensitivity, and as many as 75% of lupus patients are photosensitive. With lupus, sun rashes can appear on the skin. People with lupus have photosensitivity to ultraviolet light, and that brings us to number 4 symptom, rashes. The butterfly rash, a rash that appears across the cheeks in the shape of a butterfly, is a common symptom of lupus.
Are you fucking serious?
At first, it may simply look like you have a flustered face or are suffering from the heat, but the rash lingers long after you have left the sun. Patients can develop rashes on their face, ears, arms, back, and hands. These rashes can be raised, scaly, and red, but they may not be itchy, which increases the breakouts in light-exposed areas. A bit related to rashes, symptom number 5 of lupus is red dots on the skin. Lupus can attack the platelets, the blood cells that clot in the blood to stop bleeding. When you have low levels of platelets, you can develop these tiny little dots. This is called petechiae. Patients will notice little red dots on their legs because their blood vessels are breaking. They may also get nosebleeds or bleeding in their gums when they brush their teeth. These signs may indicate that the platelets are under attack. Number 6 symptom is chest pain. Lupus causes inflammation that can affect your organs and lead to serious problems. Symptoms such as chest pain can indicate inflammation in the heart, lungs, or the membrane surrounding the heart. Pneumoma is a sign that lupus may have affected the lungs. Pain during breathing or coughs can be a sign of inflammation in the lung lining. Lupus may also inflame the heart, causing chest pains. Number 6 symptom is profound fatigue, and this is a common symptom of lupus.
No food. And if you see the way I eat, I like junk food, and all they gave me was an apple. Yeah, no, the other one is so that's what I'm eating. I got an apple.
It's not the kind of exhaustion you get after playing a long game of sports or going up a long flight of stairs. It's a hit the wall, can't get out of bed, cannot even function type of fatigue. Anemia or low red blood cell count can be a symptom of lupus causing the extreme fatigue. Number 8 symptom is oral or nasal lesions. A blister on your heel you can call cobbler, but if you have a constellation of blisters inside your mouth, call a doctor. There are other illnesses that can cause tiny bumps on the body, but lesions in the mucous membrane are a common sign of lupus. About 95% of lupus patients develop lesions in their nose or mouth. These show up as ulcers, like canker sores, on the roof of the mouth, the tongue, or even inside the nose, and can last a few days up to a month or more. Number 9 symptom of lupus is persistent fevers. Fevers, chills, muscle ache, and sleepiness are common signs of the common flu, but many people don't realize it is a symptom of lupus as well. The difference between a flu and lupus is that a flu can clear up in a few days, whereas lupus will never really clear up, and lupus flare-ups can last from weeks to months. The 10th and last symptom of lupus I find to be the most important: mental issues associated with the disease. Lupus can attack the brain and the nervous system. About 50% of lupus patients report issues with memory, concentration, and cognitive issues, a condition often termed as lupus fog. People with lupus may be twice as likely to develop headaches like migraines due to inflammation in the blood vessels. And when lupus attacks the nerves, patients may feel numbness or tingling in their fingers. Lupus can even cause psychosis. Many patients suddenly think they've gone schizophrenic or lost it, but it is simply a symptom of the disease.
And I'm not going to let you judge me for that.
Neurological symptoms of lupus can include seizures, paranoia, confusion, and moodiness.
On low. Oh my God. What is happening? What happened?
Up to 50% of lupus patients have non-life-threatening symptoms like fatigue, joint pains, and rash issues. People with lupus should have regular checkups to make sure that life-threatening organs do not become damaged from the disease. For people with severe organ inflammation, medical treatment becomes necessary. Before lupus treatments became widely available, 50% of lupus patients did not make it past the 5-year mark. Today, there are many people living with lupus from 10 to 40 years after diagnosis.
You're not scared of anything, right?
But when lupus is left untreated, it can leave patients susceptible to life-threatening issues like heart attack or stroke. Because lupus can lead to cardiovascular disease, it can cause patients in their early 20s to have heart attack. Young lupus patients can also die from infections related to the immune-suppressing medication used to treat the disease. So if any of these symptoms sound familiar to you, you need to go to a doctor. Get some blood work done and check out your health. Lupus can be deadly, but with regular checkups, people can live a normal life with the disease. Ask Selena Gomez. But thanks for watching this video. If you want to learn about other autoimmune disease, I have a playlist here you can check out, and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.